Okay, student, from November onwards, the complementary chemistry is entering into the next semester, that is semester 4, and the paper name is Physical and Applied Chemistry. Normally, your paper consists of the total hours with 48 and having the credits 2, and the total hours in a week is 3. This paper, this physical and applied chemistry paper, is consisting with a total marks of 75, which is distributed as internal marks as 15 and the external mark is 60. ഈ ഒരു പേപ്പറിൽ നോർമലി ഫസ്റ്റ് മൊഡ്യൂൾ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ കൊളോയിഡൽ കെമിസ്ട്രി ആണ്, കൺസിസ്റ്റിംഗ് ഓഫ് 6 hours ടോപ്പിക്. ഈ കൊളോയിഡൽ കെമിസ്ട്രിയിൽ ഒരു ബേസിക് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഓവറോൾ ഐഡിയ ആണ് ഈ ഒരു കൊളോയിഡൽ കെമിസ്ട്രിയിൽ പറയുന്നത്. ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ, ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് സൊല്യൂഷൻസ്, ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് വാട്ട് ഈസ് എ ട്രൂ സൊല്യൂഷൻ, വാട്ട് ഈസ് എ കൊളോയിഡൽ സൊല്യൂഷൻ, ആൻഡ് നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഇസ് ദ സസ്പെൻഷൻ. And next we are discussing, or we can discuss what the classifications of colloids. The colloids can be classified into lyophilic and lyophobic, macromolecular colloids and multimolecular and associated colloids. And each classification is explained with examples. Then the next section is the purification of the colloids. The two methods are used here. The first one is electrodialysis. Then other is the ultrafiltration. ഒരുപാട് മെത്തേഡ്സുകളുണ്ട് കൊളോയിഡ്സിനെ പ്യൂരിഫൈ ചെയ്യാൻ. സിലബസിൽ രണ്ടെണ്ണം മാത്രമേ എടുത്ത് പറയുന്നുള്ളൂ, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഇലക്ട്രോഡയാലിസിസ് ആൻഡ് അൾട്രാ ഫിൽട്രേഷൻ. ആൻഡ് ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് സെക്ഷൻ ഓർ ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് പാർട്ട് ഇസ് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് ഓഫ് കൊളോയിഡ്സ്. ഒരുപാട് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസുകൾ കൊളോയിഡ്സിൽ എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു, ആൻഡ് ഔട്ട് ഫ്രം ദാറ്റ് ഓൺലി ഫ്യൂ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് ഇസ് ഡിസ്കസ്ഡ് ഹിയർ. ദ ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ ഇസ് എ ബ്രൗണിയൻ മൂവ്മെന്റ്, ടിൻറ്റാൽ ഇഫക്റ്റ് ആൻഡ് ഇലക്ട്രോഫോറോസിസ്. And next we can explain the origin of charge and stability of colloids. And അതിനോട് റിലേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് വരുന്ന ടേംസുകളാണ് coagulation, and one rule is also obeyed, the Hartley-Schulz rule. And next is some miscellaneous topics, that is what is a protective colloids and what is the gold number, and the next is the emulsions. Okay. Then the last part of this module is the applications of colloids. The different applications are for colloids, that is the delta formation, medicines, emulsification, cleaning, action of detergents and soaps. So ഈ ഓരോ applications നമ്മൾ ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യും. And this module will be discussed by the Nesvi Hamis, and there are certain reference books are given in your syllabus. You can go through all the reference textbooks. Okay. The next module is module 2, new vistas in chemistry, which is also consisting with the 6 hours, or it is a 6 hours topic. And this module will be explained or will be taken by Jenny Shamis. അതിനകത്ത് രണ്ട് പാർട്ടുകളായിട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് പറയുന്നത്. വാട്ട് ഇസ് ആർ ന്യൂ വിസ്റ്റാസ് ഇൻ കെമിസ്ട്രി. ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ട്, ഒരുപാട് കോൺസെപ്റ്റ്സുകൾ പുതിയതായിട്ട് കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് വളരെ പുതിയതല്ലെങ്കിലും എനിവേ കമ്പാരിറ്റീവ്ലി ഉള്ള ഒരു ലേറ്റസ്റ്റ് ടോപ്പിക്സ് ആണ് നാനോ കെമിസ്ട്രി ആൻഡ് ഗ്രീൻ കെമിസ്ട്രി. ആൻഡ് നാനോ കെമിസ്ട്രിയിലുള്ള വാട്ട് ഇസ് ദ ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ടു നാനോ കെമിസ്ട്രി ആൻഡ് ദ ക്ലാസിഫിക്കേഷൻ ഓഫ് നാനോ മെറ്റീരിയൽസ്. ദ നാനോ മെറ്റീരിയൽ ക്യാൻ ബി ക്ലാസിഫൈഡ് ഇൻ ടു 0 dimension, 1 dimension, 2 dimension, and it is a size dependence of the material properties. Depending upon the size of this material, it can be its optical property, electrical property and a catalytic property. And next is surface to volume ratio of this nanomaterials and its significance. And the last is the application of nanomaterials. The nanomaterial can be applied in wide variety of fields, and here it is explaining only few fields, that is in the field of electronics, optics, catalysis and medicine. And detailed discussion is not expected in your syllabus, only an outline or a brief study of the explanation or brief study of the application is only needed in your syllabus. And the next part of this module, the new vistas in chemistry, is the green chemistry, which is a very important section in the field of chemistry. And then what is the definition and the need of green chemistry, and why we are studying the green chemistry, or what is the importance of the green chemistry, is a very valuable information for all the students who are studying the chemistry. And what are the principles of the green chemistry, and the detailed discussion here also. The principles of the green chemistry can be explained in very detail, but that much details is not needed for the complementary course. So only a brief study of the principle is needed. And what is the atom economy, and green, what is the green solvents, then green synthesis of ibuprofen, which is a very important session. And there are certain reference books is also given here. You can go through all the reference, or any other browsers can also be used for your study. And next is the module 3, that is a chromatography. And this chromatography, this module will be handled by the Nesue Hamis, and it's also consisting with it is a 6 hours topic. What is a chromatography? It is a very interesting topic, or it has a very practical value also. And we are in this module, you just go through the what is introduction of chromatography and the different types of chromatographic techniques. And here the techniques are the adsorption chromatography and partition chromatography, and what all are the principles and application of this column chromatography, thin layer chromatography, paper chromatography, and a gas chromatography. And next is an RF value, which is a very important value that exists in the fields of chromatography. And next is the relative merits of different techniques. We can discuss the different chromatographic techniques, and we can just compare, or we can go through what all are the merits or the relative merits of a different chromatographic techniques that can be used in the field of chemistry. And here also certain reference books are given here. You can go through all this references. Okay. And the next is a very important section, that is spectroscopy. This is a very important section. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇത് പുതിയതായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു ടോപ്പിക് ആയിരിക്കും സ്പെക്ട്രോസ്കോപ്പി. ഒരു പ്രീ റിക്വസിറ്റ്സുകളും വളരെ കുറവായിരിക്കും. Anyway, this module will be discussed by Jenny Shamas. It consisting of 10 hours. And the first is how the origin of spectra. Normally, ഈ ഒരു സ്പെക്ട്രോസ്കോപ്പി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പരിചയമല്ലാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ origin of spectra is very important. How the spectra is originating. It is originating as interaction of electromagnetic radiation with matter, and different types of energy levels in a molecule. We know that we just see only, or you just go through only the electronic levels, but the molecule does not only contain the electronic levels. It also consisting of certain vibrational levels, then rotational levels, and so on. So all these different levels can be shown in this module. And the next is statement of Born-Oppenheimer approximation, which is a very important approximation that is used here. The next is the fundamental laws of spectroscopy. As soon we are going to discuss each spectroscopy, the fundamental laws of the spectroscopy should be known, and the selection rules are also known for you. And the derivations of the selection rule is not required for complementary, but a brief study of it is needed. There are different types of spectroscopy, but in your syllabus only 3 types of spectroscopy is discussed here. The first one is IR spectroscopy. Then next is the UV visible spectroscopy, and the third one is NMR spectroscopy. Each spectroscopy has also a detailed study and which has a wide variety of application in the field of chemistry. Anyway, if you are discussing the IR spectroscopy, we want to go through the introduction to the IR spectroscopy and what is the group frequency concepts of this IR spectroscopy, and the characteristic structuring frequencies of OH and NH, CH, C double bond, CAC double bond, and NCU functional groups. And next is the fingerprint region in IR spectra, which is a very important concept, which is often asked in your university exam. And the next type of spectroscopy is a UV visible spectroscopy, and here also an introduction is given here, and a law is concerned with the UV spectroscopy, that is a Beer-Lambert's law. And the electronic transition in molecule is also related to this UV spectroscopy. That means sigma to sigma star, n to sigma star, pi to pi star, and n to pi star. And all these transition should be known for you for your exam. The next is 2 types of molecules, or 2 types, that is groups, chromophores and auxochromes, and they shows 2 types of shift, that is a red shift and a blue shift. All this contents comes under the UV visible spectroscopy. And next is a very important and very interesting spectroscopy, and it is mainly used as a reason, that is NMR spectroscopy. And in this module you can give an introduction to the NMR spectroscopy, and there are certain terms are related to the NMR spectroscopy, and they are the chemical shift and spin-spin coupling, and application in elucidating the structure of ethanol. And that means how it is elucidating the structure of ethanol, diethyl ether, dimethyl ether, propanol, and acetone. That is shown. Only an elementary idea is required here, and not the detailed idea is required for your exam purpose. Here also certain references are given here, and you can go through this reference books, or any other browsers will be helpful for you to study. And the next module is module 5. which will be discussed by a new faculty. That the polymers, which consists only the 4 hours topic, which is a very simple topic and very interesting topic. Here the classification of polymers. Polymers can be classified into adhesion polymers and the condensation polymers. And further there can be thermoplastics and thermoset plastics. Then its structure and the structure and application of synthetic rubbers. We know that there are different synthetic rubbers are there. Out of that, this Buna N, Buna S and neoprene are the synthetic rubbers that is used in a day-to-day life, and its structure and application of that those synthetic rubbers is important for you in your exam. And the next is synthetic fibers such as nylon 6X, nylon 6 and Dacron. Then now it is thermoplastics. Thermoplastics examples. The examples for the thermoplastics are polyethylene, polyethylene, polyester, PVC and Teflon. And the next is the thermoset plastics. Examples are bakelite and Melmac. And next is the uses of Kevlar, Nomex and Lexan. They are biodegradable polymers. The last section is the biodegradable polymers, and the examples for the biodegradable polymers are PGA, PLA and PSPV, and their application also, should also need for your exams. And the last module is module 6, that is environmental pollution, which is a very common topic to all the students, and just go through, they want to go through the definitions of population. Different types of populations are there, and here it is explaining air pollution or water pollution, which is a very important pollution that is existing in our day-to-day life. And pollutions by how the air can be polluted. The air can be polluted by oxides of nitrogen, carbon and sulfur, and also the effects of air pollution is discussed here. As a result of this air pollution, there are certain worst effects that is happening to our environment. They are depletion of the ozone layer or depletion of the ozone, and the other is a greenhouse effect, and the other is the acid rain. And the next type of pollution is the water pollution. Here also the water pollution is also a very important pollution that we are facing in our day-to-day life. Pollution due to sewage, industrial effluent, soap, detergents, pesticides, etc. More than that, water is also getting polluted by fertilizers and heavy metals. And as a result of this, a process will take place, that means the eutrophication. Then the biological magnification occurs and the bioaccumulation will take place, and all these will explained in this module. And after, the effects of water pollution is very important, and for that the water quality parameters should be known for you. That is a DO, dissolved oxygen, BOD, biological oxygen demand, and COD means chemical oxygen demand. And we need you need only the elementary idea of all these water quality parameters. The next is soil pollution. Soil pollution is basically due to plastics, and more than that, it consisting of a thermal pollution, radioactive pollution, and so on and so on. Okay, the different sources. All this pollution can be studied through different sources, effects, and the control measures that is taken for this population, so not population, for this pollution. And certain examples are given, certain references are given here. You can go through it. And the last module is module 6, that means chemistry in everyday life. It will also be discussed by the new faculty, and consisting of a 10 hours topic, but I think the 10 hours is more than enough for this module to explain, and only a little time is needed for this module to complete. That first one is the petrochemicals, another is the pharmaceuticals, another is the dyes. All the next is food additives, and etc. and etc. We want to be concerned that how the chemistry is related to our day-to-day life. And as in the case of petrochemicals, we want to study the name, carbon range, and uses of fractions of petroleum distillation. And as related with that, certain terms are the octane number, cetane number, flash point is there, and what is an LPG and CNG, and what is the composition and uses of LPG and UPG. So that is all about in the case of petrochemical. And next is the pharmaceuticals. How the chemistry is related to the pharmaceutical. As a drug, its chemical name, generic name, and trade names with examples such as antipyrotics, analgesics, antibiotic, antacids, and antiseptic. And definition for this, and examples, and also examples are needed, and the structure of all these is not needed for your exam. Next is the dyes. Dyes means the definition of dyes is very important, and note the requirement of a dye, and note all of the theories and chemical constitution or the structure or the application for the matrix yellow, indigo, and alizarin. And then next is about the food or the food additives. We know that food additive means the food preservatives, artificial sweeteners, and antioxidants. And definition and example structure not required for your exam. Commonly used to permitted and non-permitted food colors, and the structure is not needed for that. Anyway, you should be thorough with that what all are the permitted and non-permitted colors. And the next is cement manufacture, composition, and setting. And next is the glass. The different types of glass sciences uses can also be needed for the explanation. And this module will be explained by the new faculty. Okay. And this the last module is module 7, that is discussed here. Okay. So anyway, that is all about the syllabus, and the mark distribution is given here. Module 1 10, module 2 10, module 3 10 marks, module 5, which is a very important, module 15 marks, and module 5 7 marks, and module 6 is 10 marks, and module 8 is consisting with the 17 marks. Okay, anyway, I think it's clear for you now.